monotheistic Allah, Bernadine tells us, was a black God, represented by a black bull whose hide denoted his black skin.
Here's the picture that he showed on the screen. It's a deity El, the god El. Pay attention to the crown or the headdress, if you will. This is a picture from the front of the same statue, a little closer, and a little bit from the side here. Now, this headdress is actually the Atef crown. If you go on Webster's online dictionary, that's what it says. Atef is the specific feathered white crown of the Egyptian deity Osiris. It combines the head jet, the crown of Upper Egypt, with red ostrich feather for the Osiris cult. The Atef crown identifies Osiris in ancient Egyptian painting. If you go to Webster's dictionary, Merriam-Webster, it says Atef, hold on, a tall crown with a long feather on each side, shown in the art of ancient Upper Egypt as worn by Osiris. Okay? Here you can see Osar or Osiris with the Atef crown. This is from the papyrus of Nebket. It's actually in the Louvre Museum, and you can see me filming that papyrus on the video entitled Reality Check. Why black people ain't going nowhere, but you might as well put Afro Style Reality Check, it's gonna come up. And in here, it's also from the Louvre Museum. You have Osiris in the middle with the Atef crown, and the description for it, if you go on the website of the Louvre Museum and you type Royal and Divine Triad, you can do a search and you will see they mention that he is actually wearing the Atef crown. Now finally, you can compare the crowns. Okay, first you have the god of the Arabs Negroes, which first is El, but somehow some way becomes Allah, but that's up to y'all, that's up to the doctor. And then you have the one that I showed you, Osiris. Then again, from the front, compared with another statue of Osiris, and then finally the same statue from another angle.
Biblical King's Seal discovered in dump site. This is the royal seal of the King Hezekiah, and here we have an Ankh. And finally, last but not least, you need to see it to believe it. The God of the Bible, El, slept in his own dung and urine. This is Ugaritic Narrative Poetry, page 195. And we also have this book here, the Masria in a Prophetic Literature, where it clearly says that El floundered in his own feces and urine. I hope you're doing well. Today is Tuesday, January 17. Now, I hope you are ready for our special guest, Born FOG, which will be in about 40 minutes from now. I am currently doing a short live stream entitled Mutabaruka had Farrakhan saying, "Oh God." First, let me check the sound first of all. Okay, the sound is okay. So, I'm going to show you where I got the thumbnail from. So here in the chat, it's the entry where you search, and there, that's the one here. Is that video entitled Mutabaruka and Minister Farrakhan full interview. It was uploaded 5 days ago, and the channel is, as you can see, the Black Radar. That's where I got the thumbnail from. I hope this YouTuber will not mind me using it for my video. Now, this is an interview that I told you about. It took place a long time ago. For instance, here you see you have Muta versus Louis Farrakhan. And you can see that was 9 years ago. You see? Now, the video that I will play is from that account, the Black Radar. And it's only that part, which is obviously an excerpt from the interview. So it's that one there. Mr. Farrakhan interviewed by Mutabaruka.
Muta.
But anyway, I have the link ready, so I'm going to share the link in the chat. There you have it. Okay. And now let's listen together. It's about 10 minutes, 12 minutes.
Yeah, that is Louis Farrakhan. All right.
What the?
Those are my.
Yes, I'm a brethren. Trust me, I'm a brethren. But here I know, he must kid. Farrakhan has skid Rasta. When I say skid, maybe like he must slide. You know, like one of them water world slide. But the water doesn't wash him away. Yes, Farrakhan has skid. He must skid from couple years now. I don't know if it's him sickness or what, but him lose it, Rasta. Yes, him lose it. And tonight we're going to play something where I'm going to show you say the man I lose it. And we're going to go elaborate on it a little more. I tell you the man I lose it to the Rasta. If she ever accept Caucasians in the relation of Islam. In other words, he might broke down the color bar. Now, if you think that is surprising coming from Louis Farrakhan, you want to hear what I can go play now. I was given a tape where you was talking about the Nation of Islam ladies not wanting them to be with African men from Africa, and also that our ear represent a kind of disease. Is that true? Because we have a tape here where, I don't know if it's your voice, but you can tell me if it is you who made that tape.
No, you know what? The Honorable Elijah Muhammad warned the women in our group that culturally there's a difference. And in marriage, in order for marriage to work, two people have to be on the same page, not sexually, but spiritually and culturally. Mm-hmm. So sometimes when we married our brother and sister from Africa, after a while, it did not work. I personally saw and conducted the marriage of one of our sisters to a brother from Africa that I brought to the United States. I brought him to this country. I met him in Nigeria as a student. He now has a doctorate degree. He had many beautiful children from this sister, but they are no longer together. Well, those things happen. Yes. But then you have some Muslims who were looking for a green card. And I was in Africa, and a highly placed brother asked me if I could set up one of the sisters in the Nation of Islam so that he could get a green card. Yes. And as God is my witness, I got so angry, I told him, brother, I will kill you.
Yeah, but
over our women.
But Mr. Farrakhan, it sounded to me on the tape like you was totally discrediting Africans.
No.
By saying that, why are we trying to follow African traditions? Why are we having our ear like that? We must cut it off. I don't know if I can play the tape still if you want.
No, you have to play that tape again.
All right.
And listen carefully to my words.
Let me play it here. I can see if I
You are
can.
not to follow the styles of Africa. Allah didn't raise you up today to copy the style of Africa. The black man in America, if you understand prophecy, is the prodigal son. The prodigal son, when he goes home, he gets the robe and the ring, and he accepts rulership over the house. You cannot lead your brothers if you follow your brothers. It is written in the scripture, thou shalt no longer be the tail, thou shalt be the head. So here you are now wanting to pick up the discarded culture and customs and traditions of ancient Africa, which does not add to you in the modern world of wisdom. It takes away from you because the African does not respect you, because you're 400 years removed from Africa. And as you've been a second-class American citizen all your life, now you've given up your second-class American citizenship for a second-class African citizenship. So you've been a white man's fool, now you're a black man's fool. So where in the heck have you progressed? The Honorable Elijah Muhammad wants no people on the earth to make mockery of you. And when they meet a Muslim, they don't mock us. If they meet us in a suit, they got to respect our wisdom. Because we know why we're wearing the suit and why we don't wear the booba. We will never see the followers of Honorable Elijah Muhammad growing our hair all up off our head like a mop or a bird nest to prove to whitey man that we are proud of our kinky hair, or what you call wearing a natural. What else is it? It's natural, isn't it? Well, man, you don't have to let it grow wild.
Yeah, that is Louis Farrakhan. All right, those are my exact words. And go back and get the year that I said it.
Yes.
But look, at that time, we were wearing afros. And we were growing our head like a bush over our head. This was not Rasta, man.
No, yeah, no, I know what I said.
This was a bush.
Yeah, but what's wrong? I am saying, what's wrong with the people finding them identity and wearing this bush?
Why but then you keep on growing. Because when you have a new wisdom, it produces a new culture. Let me give you an example.
But what is the new culture between Bobo? A lot of people in Jamaica don't know what's a bobo, but it's a traditional dress in Africa. The coat and the tie is a European perception, and the bobo is an African thing. Why are you saying that, you will never see a Muslim, a Nation of Islam person in a bobo, as if that bobo is something that we must reject and really deal with?
Well, let me put it like this. Yeah. Brother, if I were making that talk today, I wouldn't make it like that.
Okay.
You were listening to Farrakhan in the 70s. There's a lot of truth in what I said.
Yeah.
But we are to set styles now.
Yes. But setting style don't mean you must wear a suit.
No, hell no.
But that's what the Nation of Islam is identified with.
But look,
suit, not a bobo.
Let me say this. The Quran says it like this.
Mm-hmm.
We never send a messenger, but that he speaks the language of the people to whom he is sent.
Yes.
We live in America.
Yes.
So if I dressed in an African attire,
yes,
I'm already now communicating to the person that's looking at me something.
Yes.
They could say, oh, he's an African, or they could say whatever they think. But I'm communicating by my dress.
Yes.
So the Honorable Elijah Muhammad asked his followers to put on a suit and a tie and dress like the business people of the world, because he was going to make us into a business people. However, he designed clothes for us that was not a suit and a tie. And I designed clothes for us that was not a suit and a tie. And if you look at the women, how the women were dressed, they're dressed decently, but not the same as our brothers and sisters on the continent. But I would say, brother, we respect our African culture.
So we agree. So we're agreeing that you wouldn't say.
No, I wouldn't say it like that today.
Because
Paul was a great teacher.
Yes.
But when Paul got to a certain stage of development, Paul said, "When I was a child, I spoke as a child because I understood as a child. But when I became a man, I put away childish things."
I respect that. I totally respect what you're saying now, and it leave me make my heart feel nicer towards what I hear, because I mean, there's a lot. When I played it, a lot of people was very angry in Jamaica when we played it, to hear that Farrakhan is saying that.
But when did you play it?
You know, it's about a month ago.
Oh God, you played something a month ago that I spoke in the 70s.
Yeah, but you see, things go around, you know. Things go around.
But it's okay, though. I would be glad to sit and defend the truth of what I said, and of course, graduate from those things that I said that today I would not say.
Give thanks, Bridget. So I'm going to make you go sleep now, and it's long time I don't see you, though. Long time I don't see you. You know,
but Muta,
yes,
it is always a pleasure, man.
Yes.
Not only to see you, but to hear you.
Yes.
And I loved your line of questioning.
Give thanks.
May God continue to bless you and bless those with you. And I look forward to seeing you again and again.
Farrakhan father was at Jamaica.
All right, so if you did not catch it, it must have kicked in. Because first Farrakhan was in denial, but when he started talking about the hair, it must have kicked in, and he said, "Muta." He asked him to, okay, let's move on from now. And he said, we were wearing afro. It was a bush. It was not Rasta, man. I think he meant dreadlocks. It reminds me of the type of people who would talk to somebody who has dreadlock and say, "Oh, anyway, I'm going to play the video excerpt. Now, remember, you saw it was 9 years ago, right? Now, there in the chat, that's the video. And I almost forgot that. He said, "Oh, God, you played something a month ago about something I said in the 70s. The teaching of the Nation of Islam is from the 30s. But it's okay. Now, Khalid Abdul Muhammad was suspended. Farrakhan himself, there's a video where he announces to the public, to the media, that Khalid was suspended. And he said he stands by the truth that Khalid said, but not the manner in which he said it. And I'm paraphrasing, but it's there, it's available. So remember, I told you it was 9 years ago. Now look at this here. I'm going to remove the sound from the beginning. But here you can see that this video was uploaded 9 years ago. So when you go to the beginning, it's in French, but I will translate. So that's the website of the person who did the translation. And here it says, this video is a subtitle of the video by Shaka. Hold on, I did not pause it. Of the video by Shaka named "Natural Hair is a Disease Catcher." Here gives the name of the people. There's 4 people who did a translation for one video. It's a very meticulous task, and I've been translating for years. And here, you see, whose video was it? Back when I had the Edutainer Twitter account. Back when I had the iFrostyly YouTube account. If I'm not mistaken, that's one of the 2 accounts that I lost within a week or 2. So now let me go to 31 seconds. Because there's some music, I don't want to get the copyright thing. Now you can listen to it.
In a recent issue of Muhammad Speaks, April 1974, there appeared a warning reprinted from a 1967 edition of the newspaper against the adoption of African dress and hairstyles and against the marriage of blacks outside the United States by Muslim followers of Elijah Muhammad. What is the meaning of this warning? And why was it necessary black folk in America trace their roots back to Asia and are now attempting to identify with their brothers on the continent? Good question. You are not to follow the styles of Africa. Allah didn't raise you up today to copy the style of Africa. The black man in America, if you understand prophecy, is the prodigal son. The prodigal son, when he goes home, he gets the robe and the ring, and he accepts rulership over the house. You cannot lead your brothers if you follow your brothers. It is written in the scripture, thou shalt no longer be the tail, thou shalt be the head. So here you are now wanting to pick up the discarded culture and customs and traditions of ancient Africa, which does not add to you in the modern world of wisdom. It takes away from you because the African does not respect you, because you're 400 years removed from Africa. And as you've been a second-class American citizen all your life, now you've given up your second-class American citizenship for a second-class African citizenship. So you've been a white man's fool, now you're a black man's fool. So where in the heck have you progressed? The Honorable Elijah Muhammad wants no people on the earth to make mockery of you. And when they meet a Muslim, they don't mock us. If they meet us in a suit, they got to respect our wisdom, because we know why we're wearing the suit and why we don't wear the booba. You will never see the followers of Honorable Elijah Muhammad growing our hair all up off our head like a mop or a bird nest to prove to whitey man that we are proud of our kinky hair, or what you call wearing a natural. What else is it? It's natural, isn't it? Well, man, you don't have to let it grow wild. Cut that damn thing, man, and look like you intelligent. Wait a minute. Don't get hot with me, brother. I love you. But look, man, you get yourself laughed at. We're not going to laugh at you because we're flesh and blood. But you see, here's a man, got his hair all up. And I'm not making mockery because, brother, if we weren't under the teaching of Honorable Elijah Muhammad, we probably wouldn't have no hair. We'd be out there doing something worse. But it's a dust catcher and a disease catcher. You're not doing yourself any good. Well, you say we're braiding it now. My God, I'm telling you. Brother, you just going from the sublime to the ridiculous. I don't know what was sublime, but all of it looked ridiculous. And all of this because you don't want to follow the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. You can't out-African the African. And he don't come here with no damn bush on his head, brother. You go down to the United Nations and check him out. He ain't got nothing running through his nose. He left them back home in Africa, and he's trying to get them here. But here you are. You going to jump up now, Mr. Savage, and going to run a stick through your nose or run one through your ear. Or you going to cut off all your hair, be bald with some big damn earrings falling off your head. What is wrong with you? Then you're going to reject Muhammad because he's trying to put some sense in your head. No. No, we don't want the black woman in America marrying no African man. Hell no. And if you from Africa, I'm telling you to your teeth. You are our brother and we love you, but damn it, leave this black woman in America alone. What do you want her for? You know damn well you don't want her for good. Some of our brothers from Africa come here and do the same thing to you that the white man and your dumb black brother put you through. They use your body because you just Africanized now. Oh, this is the ambassador from here and the ambassador from there. This is Mr. Okoko Unukwi. And you're so doggone happy to say that you know Mr. Okoko Unukwi. That you married a man and he got you out there hustling. Or he used you, and when he get finished with you, he dumped your little black backside right out here on the sidewalk. Because where the hell can he take you, old hip swinging, finger popping nigger woman that's been in the mud all your life? Now you look at me like I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. Can you identify with the African black man's mind when you 400 years removed from Africa? Hell no. So you better come on home. The minute Muhammad gets you cleaned up, here they come now. All praise is due to Allah. That Elijah Muhammad, he really make you look pretty good. That's right, brother. He made her look pretty good for us. For us.
All right, you heard it for the record. Now we have a bit more than 15 minutes before we have our guest, Born FOG. Man to Son wrote, damn, I never heard this. Well, many people never heard this one. Even the clip that I play more often, the 3-minute clip where he explains that, where Farrakhan explains that black people are mocked, disfigured, and so on. A lot of people never heard this. So, feel free to share those things. Now, Donnie Williams is in the place to be as well, and the Ferrotis as well. So I hope you will be there in about 15 minutes for our brother Born FOG. Now I want to show you something, brothers and sisters. I think it's going to make you smile. Now, for those who don't know, Trackfield sent an invoice to show his degree. That's the invoice right there. Oh, good. Hold on. You see, invoice for 1 degree, $1,800. He sent that to somebody on an email, and that person sent it to me. Right now, I'm going to share. Oh, the Ferretti says that she's here for the interview that will take place in 15 minutes, and she liked the video. Thank you. Donnie Williams wrote, lol, 1800. But it's even funnier than that. The guy calls 2Ps live on air said, well, take him up on it. So now I'm sharing the video of Smash Rockwell that I have not listened to. I only heard the part where I got on, like I told you. I think it's best for me not to listen to it. This way they will not be back and forth. I will not be triggered by some statements, So here's the I like to look at the comments though, So when I go to the comments, you see there's 6 comments. Here we have African science. I want you to see it well. How is it on the screen? Okay, I'll make it larger. African science wrote 19 hours ago. Did Stu Pease really justify $1,800 to see a degree? And Stu Pease replied, 33, well, that was 33 minutes when no. Let me refresh it. Let me refresh it. 1 hour ago. 1 hour ago, 1 hour ago, Stu Pease replied, yes, I did. You see, did Stu Pease really justify $1,800 to see a degree? Stu Pease confirmed, yes, I did. Do you think that it's important to see that man information? A man information. The degree is a man's information now. If you want to verify, pay to see it, then you will be going. All right. Now, there's another thing that I found amusing. In the chat, see at this point, it's just the beginning of the video. It's 2 minutes. Oh, I thought I paused it. But right from the time when there's a trailer, the comment would appear. Now the comment is from that guy called Gulag Bere Al Jahi's podcast. And is it large enough here? Yes. You see what he wrote? He wrote Shaka seem to be mental. You have some brothers who are so fake. You know what? Now this video was yesterday, right? Wasn't it? A day ago. So it was 1 or 2 days ago, but I think it was yesterday. Now guess who was on my platform not long ago? Guess who? Let me show you. Do you see that? It's Gula. Now I'm going to share the link of this video. As you know, you will have the title and the link as I usually do. I'm going to put it in the chat. So which video is this? OnlyFans Dagger Squad is Garfield Pimpin Tamika, which was streamed 4 days ago. And as you can see, the dude was there on the panel. And he was there for a minute. See, from 1 hour 16 minutes, he was there. And he was there until 1 hour 48 minutes. So he spent a good half an hour. And he came back. He was off for a little while. See, here was off. Then he came back. So 1 hour 16 minutes. You're still there. You're still there. Until about 2 hours 29 minutes. So he spent a good hour. Did he ever say? Did he ever say that was mental when he was on the panel? You have some grown men like that. You have some grown men who are like that. You know, I'm just saying. But a grown man who says that you should pay $1,800 for a degree, now that one is not mental. All right. So in 10 minutes, we're gonna have the interview with our brother Born FOG. V. Bennett wrote, everybody who he conducts business with should see the diploma if he advertises he has one? Well, some people may say, oh, it was not an advertisement, he just said it, but he did state it live on air. And for those who haven't heard it, it's important because a lot of people will not go back to the previous live stream.
So, but why is the Hebrew? NOI. I don't talk about the NOI, but I talk about the Black Hebrew Israelites because, all right, my mom is a history teacher. Okay. I love history. I have a bachelor's degree in history. Okay. So history is nothing new to me. That's what I do. Now, I'm not a scholar, but I'm the closest thing the conscious community might have as far as a scholar when it comes to history and the Bible.
And for those who wonder about the couple of $1 million while we're at it, this timestamp where you can hear the dude claiming that he was once a millionaire, that's minute 9 and second 23. Let's listen up.
But this was like 15 years ago. So he cleaned my credit. My sister had passed. And I said, you know what? Before I spend all this money, she left me like a couple million. So, and literally.
You said somebody left you a couple of $1 million?
Yeah, my sister when she died.
Oh,
so
you know we cousins. You know we cousins, right?
And you know, I told you about Trackfield stating that he was a bodyguard for Spike Lee. I think it's the next video coming up.
Let me say this to brother Tory. Again, I'm gonna say this from the heart, bro. I was a Christian. I messed with Rastafarianism. I was in the NOI deep. I used to bodyguard Spike Lee in Brooklyn in the projects, saying I'm gonna take bullets for the dude. All right, NOI put me in that position. Now, at the end of the day, I left all of that because of growth. You're at a level right now. You see, religion is like a school. Like you have 6 grades. You have level 1, you have level 2, level 3. Right now, you're at your level. I can't force you to be where you need to be. You got to see it for yourself. Because what we do, family, is we leave Christianity and we run right into Kemet. And we feel like, oh, we saved now. And it's the same spooky nonsense. So at the end of the day, I'm going to say this to you, beloved. Do what you do based on your growth. I'm not.
Is that why you're trying to teach that Jesus is historical, Garfield?
Don't change the subject.
When we have no proof or evidence for that.
Hey, so I can ask a question and I got to do.
Now, hold on. Chris Harris is going. He's asking Garfield a question.
Because I'm hearing a contradiction.
Every man for himself. Enter if you dare. Go ahead, Chris.
What I'm asking here is he's telling him, he's making these inferences, speaking on things like people leave Christianity and run right back up into Kemet. That's a sweeping statement. But he himself teaches that Jesus is a historical character. Yet we have no proof or evidence of him. Suetonius, Tacitus, Josephus, none of those people are actually talking about him.
No response, Garfield?
Nah, I'll pass.
All right.
Now, I left it play until the end so you could hear the Kitty energy. That was the day before the debate, and you could tell the dude was far from ready. But just for the record, if you want to hear him say that he was a bodyguard for Spike Lee, it's right at the beginning. Listen.
Let me say this to brother Tory. Again, I'm going to say this from the heart, bro. I was a Christian. I messed with Rastafarianism. I was in the NOI deep. I used to bodyguard Spike Lee in Brooklyn in the projects, saying I'm going to take bullets for.
Ready to take bullet for Spike Lee. Bodyguarding Spike Lee in the project. And you remember our brother, you know our brother Imhotep 360 Degrees, who wrote several times that he claimed that he was a Rasta. What did he just say? He was a Christian. He messed with Rastafarianism. And he was bodyguarding for Spike Lee when he was in the NOI, which of course stands for Nation of Islam. He did it all. The Pharisees wrote, damn, Shaka, you have all the receipts. Donnie Williams wrote deep. All right, I'm going to play the outro because in about 5 minutes, we're going to have the interview with our brother Born FOG. So I wish to see you all Feel free to let your contacts know, your social media know that we're going to be in the place to be. So stay safe, stay healthy. And if I'm allowed to, by the nature, I will definitely holler back at you. If you're not part of the solution, you're part of the problem. I don't argue, I state facts. Do I to do any hotel.
Now, for the record, for those who don't know, I'm giving middle nature classes. And here, that's the flyer. Okay? So, those who are interested, feel free to holler at me. If you're not interested, it's cool. But I recommend that everybody who has not yet seen the video, Kemet and Ma'at, Before Judaism, Christianity, and Islam, then watch it. It has about 300,000 views and really deserves to have a lot more.
I just want to let everyone know who's listening in now and who's going to listen to this stream in the future. I just had my first Meta Nature class by Brother Shaka today, and I've had other Meta Nature lessons by other teachers, and I can tell you right now, the brother is the best in the game. He is that was one of the best classes I've ever had, ever. So if you're interested in learning the Meta Nature, if you're interested in getting the basics of it, Brother Shaka is an awesome teacher. Get with him, and it's extremely affordable. This brother is giving us his time and his skills, and he's basically giving it away. I mean, I just consider it a donation. You know what I'm saying? So if anybody is interested in learning the Meta Nature, get with this brother right here. He's an awesome, awesome, awesome teacher. And I'll end with that.
Hotep, Senu,